What is up, ladies and gentlemen? We'll wait for some people to join. Got some of my Ricola stack out here. Anyways, guys, for those of you who don't know me, my name is International Stacker, and I stack gold and silver, and this is an AMA, which means Ask Me Anything. Give it a few minutes here, or seconds for people to join. We got Why Not, we got Scott, we've got Adolfo, Archaeology Mikey. And Mikey says he's the first Lester. That's awesome. We got a Yeet out there. Chink Unger in the house. I like the name. Darth Stacker. We got a bunch of people joining. Darth Stacker, are you a Star Wars fan, I'm assuming? 39s is here. Jonathan Reese. Waiterte. I'm fixing my tripod, guys. Fix my tripod. Okay, there we go. It was loose. We got Michael, Jared. Is Big okay? Okay, can't start yet. Highlander. Okay, we're getting a bunch of people in here. I got my Ricolas. First off, if you know what an AMA, if you do not know what an AMA is, press 1. I want to make sure you all know what it is first. AG is in the house saying, where are all the likes? Highlander hit me with the $3 fist bump. Thank you, my friend. That's awesome. Thank you so much. Oh, Shelly's saying, come back to S&W Coins in Gettysburg and check out our new store. Is this you? Are you S&W, Shelly? I will be back there soon. I'm on the East Coast. Okay, so what an AMA is, ask me anything. You guys can literally ask me anything, and I'll answer to the best of my ability, knowledge, and your clearance level. Anyways, let's get into it. Ask me anything. But you guys, S&W Coins in Gettysburg, I've been there several times. I loved it. So if you're in the area, check it out. And when I go there, I need to meet another stacker. I was supposed to meet last time there, and I messed up. Okay. Let's start answering some questions. Okay, M asked a question. Is junk silver still good? If it's not wrapped. Yes, junk silver is 100% good any way you have it. Being wrapped doesn't even matter. The only reason wrapped roll would matter is, say you have a roll that's like mint wrapped from back in the day, that's like, silver, 90% silver. Or if you have a really old bank wrapped full of 90% silver, that could be worth more. People will pay more for that to keep it wrapped, or just search it thinking maybe there's rare coins inside. Otherwise, it doesn't matter at all. I have none of my junk silver wrapped. It's all in different cloth cases. Let's see the next question. Mikey's saying, AG Chopsticks found in 1918 Walk Liberty $50 coin roll hunting. Congrats, AG's Chopsticks. He's one of the luckiest out there. Why not saying, hey, if you come back to Temecula, California, go to California Jewel and Coin. It is a cool place. Awesome, why not? You saw my video there, yeah? I was there during the earthquake. When is Silver Spot going down again? Okay, you guys. I've been taking a lot of heat in the comments on my sold video. I don't know if you saw it, but here's my prediction on gold and silver. Now, I said a couple videos ago, I'm expecting silver and probably gold to drop in the spot market, or what we call the paper market. That's essentially the market on the Comex. That's essentially, it's like the stock market. It's paper, not real gold and silver, but it's traded, every day. Tons and tons of it, more than the existence, is traded back and forth. And that is what determines the price of the market at that time. Now, what we saw in 2008, what we're seeing now is the paper market price becomes disjointed from the real price, meaning at your local coin shops, online bullion dealers and stuff like that. And the way it gets separated is by the premium. So we have a low price market, but the demand is higher. So we see a premium of like $10, $12, which is crazy. Now, what do I mean when I say in the near future, I think there's going to be major buying opportunities? That's because we are at the start of what we have all been expecting for a long time to happen, a big disruption in our economy. Now, I hope Trump and everyone else can pull us out of this, but it's highly unlikely. The market is cyclical, and we are in the longest expansion in U.S. history, or at least we were. So this is probably the catalyst that's going to make it happen. And if it happens like myself and many others think, there's going to be so much blood on the streets. You're going to have people selling collections. And I don't mean necessarily stackers, but selling the collections their parents left them. Going through there's any type of thing of value and cashing it in. So although the paper market will be cheap, but the coin shop market will be huge and the online bullion dealers will be a big premium, you're going to have the capability, I believe, to buy cheap gold and silver private market via Facebook, phone applications like LetGo, Craigslist, these things. Just make sure you have a way to test it and not get scammed. So that's where I think that's headed. Does that make sense? If you agree with me, press 1. If you don't agree with me, press 2. If you're like, what the heck did he just say, press 3. Let's see what you guys think. All right, let's see on the next one. Khaled's in the house. What's up, Khaled? Brass Junkie saying that like button isn't going to smash itself. Thank you, Brass Junkie. You guys, when you hit that like button, it helps me beat the YouTube algorithm and gets it out there to more people. So smash that like. Thank you so much. Silverbolt saying, hey. Coin Collector saying, gold, silver, BTC, the only things you need to survive. Besides food and water, right? Yankee Stacking is coming up to you in subs. Wow, why not? Congrats to Yankee Stacking. I'm so happy for him. It's not really a sub race for me, guys. I'm just happy. If there's only 5 of you, I'm happy you're with me. I mean, the more of you that come, it comes aboard, it does make it fun, but I'm in it for the adventure, not necessarily a sub race. That being said, I'm not going to let you catch me, Yankee. Just kidding. Aleem saying he always hits the like button. Thank you. Any other questions? Ask your questions away. Brass Junkie picked up 10 Morgans, 1 piece, and an Eagle and offer up today. Awesome, Brass. What kind of price did you get on those? Was it close to spot? Let's see. Aleem paid $220 cash for a 1/10 old gold Eagle Saturday morning. That's good, my friend. Good job. You guys, I still think gold and silver are so undervalued, even at these inflated prices. I mean, you can get silver an ounce for under 20. I feel like that's a fire sale. So by all means, stack away. Rocky Mountain Bear saying, Ricola, a bunch of people hitting 1. Is Bitcoin a good investment? Aldafo, if you got in it when it was 400 and it went up to 20,000, you sold out. Yes, it was a good investment. Could it be a good investment now? Maybe, maybe not. It's super speculative. Super speculative. Have I messed around with cryptocurrencies? Yes. Did I used to mine Bitcoin? Yes. Have I sold a bunch of it and bought gold and silver with it? Yes. Do I still have some Bitcoin? Yes. Am I buying into it? No. So when I got into cryptocurrencies, I didn't buy into them. I bought miners for about $1,000 and mined it, broke even, made a bunch of extra money, and then bought some gold and silver with it. I believe gold and silver are the best places to put your money right now. If you have a little bit to play around on cryptos and you're fine losing it completely, by all means have fun, but be careful. And remember, I'm not a financial advisor. My disclaimers in the description below. Alexander saying, International Stacker, do you think it's important to preserve generic silver, tarnished, tone-free? I'm new to stacking and not sure how to store my bullion. So any bullion, I like just to keep them in tubes. Either the tubes they come in are airtight tubes. Now, many people will say, it doesn't matter, it's bullion, touch it away, and they'll touch their silver eagles and all this stuff. Me, I don't touch any silver that can tarnish with my bare hands. Why? My plan is to eventually sell the silver, whether it's generic, rounds and bars, eagles, 90%, whatever. Now, side note, poured silver, 90%, all that, I completely touch it with my hands because you're allowed to. It's not going to tarnish it, and 90% is already dirty unless it's BU. But if my goal is to sell it, why would I not just throw in a piece of 99 or some 99-cent gloves and preserve it and keep it super shiny? That way, when I go to sell it and someone sees it, they're more likely to buy it. So does it really matter and affect the price of the bullion? No, per se. But in the end game, if I'm selling it and it looks nicer, it's going to be 1, easier for me to sell, and 2, I might be able to get more money for it, so why not? Vertical Stacker saying keep them clean as possible because there are some who only buy clean stuff. You don't want to alienate potential buyers. 100% Vertical. If I'm buying a tube of Silver Eagles and one's all tarnished and one is like BU condition, I'm buying the BU. I mean, if they're the same price. Jonathan's saying his 90% is place level. For sure. I touch my 90% too. The only reason I would not touch 90% is if it was in BU condition, meaning brilliant uncirculated, okay? And Highlander Stacker, again, thank you for that $3 fist bump at the beginning. That was awesome, my friend. Infidel Metals is in the house, looking for questions. Aleem's saying, so I held off and bought the 1/10 instead. Premium is way too high, mostly holding unless I can do awesome trade. Yeah, right now I'm in a holding pattern too, Aleem. One, because I switched from contracting to this regular job. Two, I'm stacking my fiat higher. And three, I got to get my fiat. And if you don't know what fiat means, basically our paper currency, dollar, is considered fiat because it's not backed by anything. And fiat means like just let it be into existence, okay? Whereas gold and silver are technically considered real money. But with the, I just got totally sidetracked. What was I going to say? Oh, I'm stacking fiat as high as I can right now so I can jump on the gold and silver deals as they come. Rand is saying, do you think it is fair to sell silver ounce coins 1/3 of its price? Rand, I'll say it's fair to sell your gold and silver coins. And this is getting hot. I got this fire out. It's fair to sell your gold and silver coins, in my opinion, for whatever people are willing to buy it for. Whatever the demand is in the market. Does it suck when you have to pay that? Yeah, but if it's the going market, it's the going market. And remember, if gold and silver's price wasn't tied to the paper market, which is fake, probably its going rate right now would be where the premium is at, if that makes sense. So does it stink to pay more than spot? Yes. Do we want to pay as close to spot as possible? Yes. Is it a bad thing to sell your coins at the going rate or more if you can to get more paper money or fiat currency so you can buy more gold and silver? No, by all means. AG saying, great question coming from Melting Down. Thank you. Let me scroll Melting Down. Thank you, AG, for that. Scrolling up to Melting Down. Where is Melting Down? What is the best country to buy precious metals in ultimately? Huh. You know what I'll say? And you guys are all going to laugh, but here's what I'll say. The best country to buy metals in terms of getting good deals is the United States of America. Hands down. Now, side note. Wow, 3-9's fine with the $10 flying man. Thank you, 3-9's fine. You're awesome, my friend. Thank you. What do I mean by that? For instance, in the UK, I went to visit in the UK, and I met up with Backyard Bullion. A lot of you might know him. He's an awesome silver pourer. And I bought some local coins there, some local junk silver there. And it had a 20% VAT on it. 3 weeks later, I was in DC, and I bought British 90 and 80 and 70% silver for cheaper in DC than I did in London. Okay? Most places I've been to, I can get the silver cheaper in the United States, including West Africa. Now, Saudi Arabia was unique because those coins are hard to find, and I found a good deal there, and I got it cheaper in Saudi Arabia. In some of the Middle East, you can get gold for cheaper. But in the grand scheme of things, if you want to reduce the sketchiness, get the best price, buy it on the internet in the United States, as long as your state does not charge sales tax. If your state charges sales tax, that's a whole different story. Interesting answer, though, huh? Thanks again, 3-9's and Highlander. You guys are awesome. Okay, let me see what other questions I've missed. Infidel, spot doesn't always reflect the actual market. Paper gold to silver ratio is 120. Actual ratio is 75 with the current market. Great point, Infidel Metals. A lot of times you'll see the markets become disjointed. Harry Von, I can't understand your last name. I'm sorry, my friend, Mwig. Have a great week, my friend, and be safe. Thank you, Henry. You are the man. Alexander saying, my first buy was a 1 ounce Cougaran, but I think I got taken for a ride due to your naivety. 1,800 for 1 ounce of gold. Do you guys think I got screwed? Right now, 1,850 for a 1 ounce gold Cougaran is actually a good price. It depends when you bought it. But guess what? In the grand scheme of things, if you made a mistake on 1 ounce of gold or a couple ounces of silver, not a big deal. If you're planning to stack like I am for the longer term, doesn't matter. You're going to find many more deals to mitigate whatever you think you overpaid. But at this point in time, I think 1,850 is a good deal for that. International Stacker, Harry Von Mega. I like that silver bullet. Rocky saying, Rocky Mountain Bear saying, if you had to choose, would you spend your fiat on a new laundry machine, refrigerator, lawnmower, and water damaged walls, or B, continue stacking gold or silver? Well, Rocky, if I had a wife and she needed those things to be happy and I was getting nagged on all the time, I would definitely do that. If I was single, what I'd probably actually do is see which of those things I really needed. And probably I'd do half on silver and gold and half on fixing that stuff. But remember, what's more important is yourself and your living arrangements. So first, you have to have an emergency fund. And I did have an emergency fund, but things happened and I still had to sell 500 silver eagles now. But guys, a lot of people didn't know, like when I sold the 500 eagles, I still have 5,500 ounces of silver. So I'm still okay. But secondly, you've got to live, you've got to eat, you've got to not be miserable. Now, myself, I've cut out a lot of the finer things in life besides Ricola in order to stack gold and silver harder. So just decide where you want to be. Okay. Each for 3 ounces of silver. It was about 19. So I was, why not? Okay, instead of paying $19, you paid $21, so 3 ounces. So you paid $9 more than you wanted to. In the grand scheme of things, not a big deal. Keep stacking that gold and silver, and dollar cost averaging is over the long term when your price will even out more. Now, what I try to do is stack up some currency, wait for some sort of pullback in the market, then I'll jump in there. Man, can we get over 60 likes? Can we do it? Milton Downs asking, how about platinum palladium in South Africa? You know, I haven't really gotten into platinum or palladium too much, but I can tell you this. I believe it's palladium is used in catalytic converters, mostly in cars. I can tell you as the world switches to green technologies, I mean, that scares me for palladium. Whereas silver is always going to be needed, so think about that. Nosmatics is stacking silver cons at a 1-to-1 ratio. That's funny. Yes, it was due to another question. Hey, Silver Grandma's in the house. What's up? Silver Wolverine saying, can you please say the beer flu? I refuse to say that word in my streams, guys, because before I was getting sniped automatically. I was having to delete videos. I don't know if you remember that. Okay, so let me tell you guys really quick why I stack. And Mikey's asking when I retire. My goal is to stack my gold and silver for retirement, which automatically protects me for every other use case. Some people stack for disasters and SHTNF. Some people stack for a quick investment. Some people just stack it to stack it. And then some people stack for retirement. Now, here's the thing. If I stack for retirement, one, I'm not pressured into buying in gold and silver quickly and overextending myself per se. I can take a much measured approach. Two, if SHTNF or any of that stuff ever happens, I'm automatically protected. Three, if I ever need it for emergency in my life and I have it. Four, hopefully I don't need it for retirement because I'd like to leave it as like a legacy for my kids. But unfortunately, to have kids, I have to have kids. And to have kids, I need to meet a Mrs. International Stacker. And how am I ever going to meet a Mrs. International Stacker if everything's locked down and I can't walk around and do my live streams and you guys flood the chat with 9s when I see a 9? So, we need to get back on the street. Side note, what do you guys think about the new phone? Is it better quality? Is it better quality video? What do you think? It focuses, look at that, it focuses quicker when I bring it in. I'm not saying smash that like button. She says get us over 75. Did you say that? Oh, Johnny and Rocky say 9s. Oh, Johnny, you changed your name, huh? Let's see. I hope so. Okay, let's see what people are saying. Was 23... right now, $23, I don't believe is a good price for a 2020 Krugerrand, silver Krugerrand. No. Now, if you bought some, should you be depressed? No, you got some silver. At a grand scheme of things, silver at 20 and below, I think is a fire sale. So you're not that far off. But myself, I'd be a bit more picky. International Stacker here in South Africa, 1 ounce silver eagle now costs $29. Wow, Andrew. That is expensive. So what I would be doing is stacking some of your paper currency or your fiat currency and waiting for some sort of pullback or opportunity and then stack that silver. Or if you have something local that's cheaper, that's what I would focus on. But $29 at Eagle is crazy. And remember, the U.S. mints and all that shut down during coronavirus, and a lot of them are spooling back up. So we should see a lot more out there. Chink Unger from the Young Turks. Thank you for the 4.99 super chat, my friend. Is it worth getting a Metalytics machine? I bought 89 apples, no ping, but passed all the tests. So I'm a little worried. I'll tell you, Chink, 100% it's worth getting the Sigma Metalytics. And I would highly recommend getting the Pro version. It's the new version out. It's the Sigma Metalytics Verifier Pro. If you're serious about stacking and you're planning to have more than 1,000 ounces of silver and more than maybe 10 ounces of gold, I'd say it's must. You can buy them on eBay, and you can get a coupon in eBay bucks. You can get it down to about 12 to 1,100 bucks. Why do I say to get the Pro? The Pro was an upgrade from the original version because of all the Chinese fakes out there. I just watched a guy on YouTube, I forget his name, hit about 300 subs, but he was on a website showing all the fake eagles and stuff people can buy now for so cheap, and they look legit. So for me, if you're serious about gold and silver, I say you get a Metalytics, either the first version, which I think is about 600 bucks now, or the Verifier Pro. And you know what? It sucks. 1,300 bucks on that. That really sucks. You know, you could get a couple gold coins and some silver coins for that. But guess what? If you get that machine and it saves you from one gold coin, paid for itself. If you get that machine and it saves you from, I don't know, 30, 40, 50 fake silvers or big silver fake buy or fake silver bar, pays for itself. So if you're planning to be this in the long haul, by all means, get a Sigma. Silver Wolverine saying, what are you most excited to buy in 2020? You know, Wolverine, I mentioned before that I wanted 25% of my stack to be junk silver, which I think I'm there. I wanted about 50% of my stack to be American Silver Eagles, and then the rest just to be whatever else I'm buying. So I think this year I'm going to focus on buying a couple of monster boxes of Silver Eagles probably. However, the number one thing I learned as a stacker, and most of my mistakes, is when I focused on one thing I wanted and I just bought that one thing. Paid too much for it. Okay? So I let the deals dictate my buys. So in the past, I've only bought Silver Eagles when they're on sale. So guess what? I'm buying a monster box of Eagles when they go on sale or when the spot price drops. So I'm going to keep watching and keep stacking as much silver as I can, probably between junk, American Silver Eagles, or some other random things that come out. But I'm also looking for flip opportunities. If you've been subbed to my channel for a while, I've let you all know to sell several flips. And a lot of you made a lot of cash off of that. So I do sometimes buy some high premium gold or silver with the mentality to flip it. And I'll put out those flip alerts and let you guys know. Rocky Mountain saying, worth it, or convince your neighbor that he needs one. Or you says, yeah, maybe if you guys are local or you have a club, maybe you can all chip in on one and share it, you know. Let's see. I'm stacking silver like I'm on an episode of Hoarders right now. The dollar's going bye-bye soon. Yeah, hot dog, I think you're right. We're in trouble. Andrew's saying the mint that makes the silver Krugerrands is also closed due to the beer flu. Yeah, a lot of things are closed. So let's see. When things open up, people start panicking, selling their silver collections that's been in their family forever because they need cash. You know, I think you're going to see a lot of silver come available. We got 105 people and 67 likes. Can we at least hit 69? Can we do it? Vanessa saying, thoughts on stacking platinum. I have not gotten into platinum or palladium at all. I can tell you why I like gold and silver. Gold and silver have thousands of years of monetary history. At least silver has a heavy industrial use case in the future because it's the best conductor of electricity. It's antibacterial, used in water treatment, medical industry, all these different things. Gold too does have some industrial things. So the fact is, even if the monetary investment aspect of gold, at least silver, dropped, it would still have a major demand in the future, which is why I feel comfortable putting so much money into it. Platinum and palladium, I believe it's palladium that's used for catalytic converters and other things. And platinum, I'm not sure, I haven't really looked into its use cases that much. So I'd be very careful about putting substantial amounts of money in both of those unless I looked into the use case and really believed in them. I also believe, I could be wrong on this, but I think gold and silver is more scarce than platinum and palladium. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. I'm sure you guys will crucify me if I'm wrong. Vanessa's saying pandas do have higher premium. That's right. Infidel saying, I would say be careful with the something metals unless you already have a good foundation in gold and silver. Oh, is that what those are called? Platinum metals? Is that what they're called, Infidel? Did I just learn something new? Oh, platinum family. Okay. John, I haven't bought. So I made that video. I sold a bunch of silver like 2 months ago, and since then I haven't bought any gold or silver. I was supposed to be back in the Middle East and West Africa working, and this flu thing happened. And for those of you watching my channel, you don't know what the beer flu is. I'm saying some sort of thing that's going on around right now, and I don't want YouTube to censor me. But then I ended up on the East Coast. So now I'm out here. I've been working, and I've been pretty much working in a command center almost every day. In 72 days, I've taken like 2 days off. It's been nuts. So I haven't bought hardly anything, but right now I'm focused on stacking my fiat, getting my emergency fund back up, and then getting enough money or fiat currency stacked up so that when this pullback happens that I think is going to happen, and it's going to be a bit disjointed, but I believe it's going to happen, I want to be ready to pounce. So I've not bought anything in a couple months. Vanessa's saying, yeah, platinum and palladium are much more rare than gold and silver. It's estimated that there are about 20 to 50 times less platinum on Earth's crust. Interesting, Vanessa. Then my second question would be, they passed the scarcity test. The second question would be is, what is their use case over the next 50 years? So see if you can tell me that. John just joined, but where can we get these silver bars wrapped in paper? Silver bars wrapped in paper? I'm not sure what you're talking about. Johnny's saying, international stacker, are Morgans your favorite constitutional to stack? 100% Morgan silver dollars are my favorite to stack. It's just because the history of them. They're used in the Wild West. I imagine like robbing banks and, robbing trains, carrying these huge sacks of 500 Morgans, or slapping a Morgan down, being like, drinks on the house. I just think it's so cool. Oh, 79 likes. Thank you so much, guys. Can we get it to 80? Okay, so if I had 200 to spend next week, should I buy 10th ounce of gold or put it all into silver with higher premium? John, here's my advice. I wish I figured out sooner in my stacking career. You put that $200 into whatever the best deal you can find is, whether it's gold or silver. Put it into the best deal you can find. Why am I focused more now on silver than gold? Because I plan to do what's called playing the ratio. So the ratio is like over 100 now. The thought process is eventually in the future, the ratio for every ounce of gold, it'd be like 100 ounces of silver, that will close. Once that closes, then I can change in my silver at that point into gold and end up with more gold than if I would have bought gold outright in the beginning. So it's called playing the ratio. So that's why I'm focused more on silver. However, if you don't care about that or you're not sure about that, I'd buy the best deal. I have a video playlist called Silver Stacking University where I explain a lot of these concepts. So if you're new, check that out. It will help you a lot. Brass Junkie saying, whatever happened to Mercury Dimes being... Okay, Brass. Let me rephrase that. Mercury Dimes are by far my favorite coin design. But probably my favorite 90% to stack is Morgan's. Yeah, I think so. But I love Mercury Dimes. If they're the same price, I'm buying Morgan's. If I can get the Mercs cheaper per capita, then I'll do the Mercs. But it's a toss-up. I do love the Mercury Dime. You got me there. Ed thinks I'm right about the ratio. I hope I'm right. Otherwise, will my face be red? Junk Finger Jimmy. That's a funny name. 2 months ago, I bought 200 ounces from Atlanta Cement. They took my money and no silver. Junk Fingering Jimmy, did you file a complaint? They refunded a bunch of people after we made warning videos. I made a warning video about them. Silver Slacker did, Salivate did. As far as we know, they refunded everyone that was pending. So if they haven't, call the credit card company or do what you can. Moto Mitch is saying, do you truly believe silver will hold up in SHT and F scenario? In extreme SHT and F, people won't be rushing around. Okay. Moto Mitch, You got to look at the use case. Gold and silver is not going to be heavily used during an SHTNF scenario. But after the SHTNF goes down and you make it through that scenario, once things start to get rebuilt, that's a way to usher your wealth through that paradigm. Because whatever the paper currency at that time is might be worth absolutely nothing. Also, too, is that as that stabilizes, there's going to be a time in there where you can start paying people in fractional silver, like silver dimes, things like this. You're right. In the very beginning of a SHTNF scenario, you would be bartering food, consumables, bullets, medicines, things like that. But as you start to get through that paradigm, then that gold and silver brings your wealth into the next phase, and then you're able to get way farther ahead than everyone else because you prepared. Does that make sense? Beans, bullets, band-aids. I like it. I think I just hit that dark. Yeah, and food being number one. If you guys remember in December, I let you guys know about a deal that I was able to get for you all to buy emergency food. And remember, I work in emergency management, guys. This is my job, disasters. So, like, you need to make sure you have food that's good for 20 plus years. Put it in a closet, forget about it. Look at the issues we're seeing now with this thing. There's some meat shortages, this and that. Do I think this supply chain is going to collapse right now and you're going to have to eat your beans? No. But this is a good reminder of how important that stuff is. And I do still have that deal secured for you guys, but everyone and their mom is buying from this company. And last time I checked, it was an 8-week delivery. But if you want good emergency food for a killer price, and then I get a kickback of it, go to preparewithis.com. Preparewithis.com. I buy all my food on there from myself. It's a killer deal. Help support the channel. So big shout out to My Patriot Supply for helping me out on that. But whether you get My Patriot Supply or any other kind of food, get the food that's good for 20 plus years, put it in the closet, forget about it. And then guess what? If a Hurricane Katrina happens or a major earthquake or whatever happens, you're not going to be the person on your roof yelling for help because you're starving and you have no water, okay? Be prepared. Snow saying, still waiting for it. It's coming, Snow. Don't worry, it's coming. Don't lose the faith. It's coming. They're honoring all their orders. It's just the entire United States bought it once. Snow saying, should get commission Ricola. That'd be funny. Hey, Ricola, if you're watching, I'm down to do promo. So you know what I've been getting a lot of flack for lately, guys? I agreed to do 4 commercials for Lear Capital. I've done 3. I have 1 more to go. Some people don't care. Some people absolutely hate it. But don't forget, I asked all of you first if I should do it. And I asked you in a poll, and everyone said to do it. And now people are going nuts. Just remember, I'm making some money off that. And whenever I make money, I buy gold and silver. And whenever I buy gold and silver, I get some of that to you. So by dealing and putting up with some of those ads, even though you might not love them, it brings money to the channel, which brings prizes for you, and then it helps me finance these trips around the world, and we can have more fun. And then maybe I can find Mrs. IS. Okay, let's see. What else we got here? Johnny Kilo is saying, International Stacker, what do you think will happen if more trillion dollar plans are passed? Simple. That used to be what my dad paid for the movie theater. As he went through life, it became that. Now it's me. It costs that. My dad goes, I used to pay with 1 of these, but now it costs you 6 of those. And then through my life, now it's that. After the stimulus is going to be that. And someday when I have a kid, he's going to have to pay that much to see a movie theater. Are things getting more expensive? No. The buying power of the U.S. dollar, or here, the lozenge, is becoming worth a lot less. So things aren't getting more expensive. It's just the buying power of the U.S. dollar. If you look now, the U.S. dollar has lost like 90% or 99%, I think it is, of its buying power since like 1917 or something. So inflation. So as more dollars are made and nothing backs it, all of a sudden it costs a lot more to get your things. Inflation. If you look on the Federal Reserve's website, and the Federal Reserve is a private company, guys, it's not federal. Their target is 2% inflation each year. So if you have $100,000, you put it in the bank. Next year, it's $100,000, but it has the buying power of $98,000. You put it in the bank 1 more year, it's still $100,000, but it's the buying power of $96,000. So every 2 years, you lose 2% in buying power. Now, when things happen like this, where you do major stimulus, that accelerates. So inflation is going to be a lot higher, even though you might not notice it. And that's why people like you and me put our money into gold and silver, because we see gold and silver as a hedge against inflation. Now, a lot of people will get confused and look at gold and silver like a stock and, oh, it's going to go up and all this. But the primary use case for gold and silver is a hedge against inflation to protect your buying power, protect your wealth. So if you had $100,000 bar of gold and $100,000 and put it in the vault, within 10 years you go back, your $100,000 gold bar is probably going to be worth a lot more, and your $100,000 in cash is going to be worth a lot less. But is this really worth more? No. In essence, it preserved what that 100,000 used to be. Does that make sense? Press 7 if that makes sense. Let's see. Josh is saying common high school economics. Well, Josh, maybe Johnny Kilo has not been through high school yet, so don't be so harsh. Do you think Amex will sell higher knowing it's a flip? No. I think Antmex and all, and I don't think I know, all these online bullion companies, they hedge. They hedge when they buy silver in the paper market. So either they're shorting it or are buying a long position, depending on what they have. So no, the way Antmex and all these places make money is by volume, spinning it through. So they're not going to hold on to a bunch of silver, hoping the market goes up $5 and then dump it, or trying to flip things. Now, if they see a coin that's going to be hot, will they offer us all $100 for the coin, knowing that they can flip it and sell it for way more? 100%. But in the big scheme of things, they're hedged, so they're not really having the flipper mindset. Russ saying, I haven't been to high school, and I know what you said is right. Thank you, Russ. Good luck through high school. And don't let people pressure you into doing things you don't want to do. You just stack those silver dimes, okay? Johnny said, I was just confirming my thoughts on what would happen. Awesome, Johnny. You do you, Johnny. Silver stealer in the house. Everyone hide your silver, hide your gold. He may steal it. Let's see here. Vanessa's still in high school. Nice. Awesome. Russ is 56 for Pete's sake. Hey, for all of you who are not in high school yet, or you're in high school and you're watching gold and silver and you're starting to stack, you are so far ahead of the game. You're going to have more gold and silver than I'll ever have, anyone else. You guys are ahead of the game. Stack at your own pace. Don't panic. Don't overextend yourself. You just keep putting those gold or silver coins away and protect them and hoard them and don't sell them. You're going to get in after high school. You're going to get into college. You're going to be like, oh, I just need this. I need some money to go to this concert. Then don't give in. You hoard that gold and silver. And then someday you're going to be like, thank God I did that. Wow, we got 114 people and 98 likes. Can we get to 100? Can we get to 100? Mikey 007 is saying, my high school graduation is pushed to June. Wow. Man, for those of you in high school right now, that must be interesting. Butchie Harden is saying, yeah, I'm in elementary school right now. Awesome, Butchie. Somebody offered me face value of a 1960 dime. Wow, Vanessa, I'm glad you didn't do that. That's because they thought you didn't know. Oh, Vanessa's in high school. She doesn't know. Little did they know you're a stacker. So good job. Fingernails cut? I did cut my fingernails recently. I'm trying to find Mrs. IS. I can't do that with big old crocodile claws. Okay, let's see. International stacker, 20 for a piece dollar. Or 1921 Morgan is a good price. Not in the USA. If you're not in the USA, Ran, yeah, that's a really good price. It's a better price for the Morgan than the piece dollar. Morgans you'll always get more money for than the piece dollar. If you're in the US, you can get Morgans and especially piece dollars for less. I'm a buyer on Morgans for anywhere between like 15 to 18 bucks. And piece dollars, I'll try to get them for 15. So yeah. Johnny, what is your goal for your stack? Honestly, guys, I had my goal of 1,000 ounces. Then I had a goal to stack my weight in gold and silver. I hit that. Then my goal was 5,000 ounces. I hit that. I'm going to tell you guys my goal, but I don't even know if you're going to believe me. Do you want to know what my goal is? Let's see if you can guess. What do you think my goal is for gold and silver. Rich is saying 10K. Ladies and gentlemen, I know it's ambitious, but Randler got it. My actual new goal, I think, is 1 ton of silver. Am I crazy? Am I crazy? Do you guys think do you think I can do it? Who thinks I can do it? Whatever happened to Carson City Mint? Good question, Nose. I'm not sure actually what happened to them. Stacker, you're going to buy silver and gold toilet paper for your toilet horse generation 20. That's funny. I like that. Old man Jenkins, he's talking about Morgans versus Peace dollars. Vanessa is sending off to get graded. Nice, Vanessa. I'm not really into graded coins too much unless I'm flipping them, but hey, it teaches them 1 ton of Ricola. Silverbridge saying a metric ton. You need to reinforce that foundation. I'm going to have to spread it out for sure. And that's the second question is, how much silver can that table hold? I kind of want to stack silver on it till it collapses, but then I don't want to deal with the aftermath. I'll be richer than Zimbabwe. It's funny. One of the funniest dudes in the community. Okay. When in image photography, I had to put down one of her horses today. She's a wreck. Man, sorry to hear that, Silver Stealer. That sucks, man. Why don't you, like, get her... Okay, Silver Stealer. Why don't you do this to help her feel better? Get a silver horseshoe. A bunch of poor companies make them. Or what might even be really cool is if you could get a horseshoe from that horse. Don't tell her. Then send it off to, like, Silver Dragons or MK Bars or Backyard Bullion. I know all of them would do it. Have them make a mold of it. Make, like, a 10-ounce bar or something. And then have stamped into it the horse's name and the year or something. I think that'd be really special for her, especially since she's in gold and silver. So that's my suggestion, Silver Stealer. And I'm sorry to hear that. And for your wife's... I think she's your wife. Your wife's lost. Sorry about that, man. Johnny Kilo, my goal is 100 of silver, but I sold some. Now you're at 75. Can't wait until I get my job. Hold strong, Johnny. Hold strong. Mikey 007 saying, when will you go back to your home state? You should stack until your table collapses. I don't know, Mikey. I came out here just to respond to this thing, so I've been here over 2 months, so I'm guessing I'll be here another month. I owe a bunch of you people some giveaways I gave away when I first got out here. I didn't realize I was going to be gone for so long. So I'm hoping to be back in another month. And if you want a prize from me, you have not received it yet, do not panic. You'll get it eventually. Let's see what Silver Stealer thought of that idea. Yeah, Silver Stealer, get a horseshoe. I'm telling you. Probably Silver Baggins would be the easiest. I'm sure he would do it. I mean, Silver Dragons. Whoops. Whoopsie. Don't get sued. See what else we got over here. International Stacker. I won a kilo of gold for you. Oh, from me. Summer. Oh, keep waiting, Darth. We'll get there eventually. What do you think of collecting banknotes? I mean, Vanessa, it's fun. If you want a fun little hobby, by all means. But me personally... I got rid of my other hobbies for the most part, so I could just focus on stacking gold and silver. However, I did buy a metal detector, but the way I justified that is, hey, I can find gold and silver with it. Wow, Jonathan Reese is 3 ounces away from a hundo. Congratulations. You went to the... Oh, why not went to the Buena Park coin show and got over 15 ounces of silver before the beer flu happened. That's awesome. Why not? Why not? Did you see the video I made there with precious metals updates? Or was that Buena Park? I think it was Buena Park. I was up there somewhere. Or maybe it's next to Buena Park. Yeah, I still have Silver Baggins rounds, 100%. Wow, Butchie made $4,000 off their first metal detector. That's awesome. Chank, can we get an elbow reveal? I'm tired of seeing your hand. There it is. There's my weenus. True story. Mr. Sting saying Silver Slacker broke his table when he put too much on it. Oh, did he? Mr. Sting, did he get it? Did he get it on video? I missed that one. Silver Slacker says it's not bad. Stacker got lots. The horse. Thanks to me. Awesome, Silver Stiller. You're a shaman, Josh. Interesting. Can you turn these into silver? Your table's a beast. International Stacker got my first 1/10 ounce gold. It's so small. It's a lot smaller than you expected, huh? The first time I got my gold, I was like, what the heck? I got scammed. All right, let me feel my phone. For those of you old schoolers, you'll know my phone before was overheating. I had to always cut my stream short, but it's actually feeling really good right now. Which means you're not going to get to go in the freezer. On some streams, I would actually put you all in the freezer for like 2 minutes to cool the phone down. International Stacker, when do you think Germania Mint trip will happen? Johnny, I mean, I think I was going to go in June, but now I have no clue. Great question. I'm going to email Philippe, who is the CEO of Germania Mint. For those of you who don't know, I'm planning to go to Poland and do a whole tour of the Germania Mint and meet the folks and do a bunch of videos. But since the beer flu thing happened, that kind of threw a wrench in things. But it's still going to happen this year, hopefully. Silver Steeler loved it in the freezer. I know Johnny liked it in there. International Stacker, come on, please, for old time's sakes, get in the freezer. I'm not putting you guys in the freezer, okay? Hot dog, I started selling everything I don't need to get more silver. Actually, surprised how quick your stack will grow. Your stack will grow quickly. That's for sure. OG Bullion saying, what's the candy? It's not candy, it's a Ricola throat lozenge. Mike is saying you need luster to make it into silver. That's funny. Okay, so for those of you who aren't in on the inside joke, luster, I always talk about videos how I hate that. I hate the word luster. I don't know why. I just don't like it. So people say it to troll me now. Benjamin Frank, again, how are you waiting for silver to drop before you buy, and why do you believe it's going to sell off? I kind of covered that a little bit earlier, Ben. But we're about to go into an economic downturn. The first time in history it's been linked across the entire world with over $4 quadrillion in derivatives. I can't say it, derivatives. Which means a bunch of people are going to be out of job. A bunch of people are going to need money. They're going to sell all the gold and silver they can to survive. The paper market and then the market of LCSs and online bullion dealers are probably going to be disjointed. Online bullion dealers might be higher. But the trick will be is to buy it in the private sales. And you guys, people are sleeping on pawn shops. Now, I've gone into pawn shops and it's been the craziest prices ever. I've also gone into pawn shops and gotten the best deals I've ever gotten. Because one, they didn't know what they had, or two, they're just trying to get it out. Jonathan Reese, yeah, Vanessa, quadrillion. Type that in a calculator. Jonathan Reese is saying, I always said when under 100 silver ounces, I would focus on gold, but I'm having trouble getting silver, so say no gold for me yet. That's funny. Okay. On the plus side, you returned to work on June 8th. Congratulations, Silver Steeler. Get back there and make some money. International Stacker, should I pillage my currency collection, which isn't too valuable to buy PMs? Johnny, that's up to you. If you enjoy your currency collection, by all means, keep it. But if you're at a point in your life where you want to trade it in for something that's actual tangible wealth, by all means, flip it. Up to you. If you still enjoy it, keep it, have fun with it. If not, flip it into some silver or try to trade for some silver maybe. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Read my disclaimer in the description below. Were you on stream when International Stacker left the stream and he turned to the shower? Coin searcher. If you were on the stream in the Germany airport where I left my phone on and almost had a live shower stream, press 6. I want to see how many of you know about that one. How low do I believe it will go? Ben, not incredibly low, but I'm looking to buy like a couple monster boxes of Eagles for under 20. Under $20 a coin. So anything under that, I'll be happy. Gold Addict in the house. Only managers can lower prices at pawn shops, so if you go, make sure to talk to your manager. Interesting. I thought that was on your fans only page. That's funny, Darth. I just found out what those are. Gold Addict, I never really bought crypto. I mined crypto. But no, I got rid of my miners. Too much trouble to maintain and being overseas and all this stuff. So I have some cryptos, but I did sell a bunch of it, and I got some gold and silver with it. Matt saying, at this point, is it better to go for cheaper weight as opposed to bullion with markups? And no, I don't hold any platinum or palladium. Here's what I'll tell you. I do buy some higher premium silver if the price is right, if I think I can make more money on it. So let's just get an example. If a generic round right now was like $22, and then like Panda or Kookaburra you could get for 25, I'd go for the Panda or Kookaburra. Why is that? Because there's more value proposition in that Kookaburra Panda. Because if you remember, when you're buying generic silver for around 15 bucks, those are still up in the 20s. So now that that's closed a little bit, if you can get those similar premium on those coins, those are much smarter to stack if generic is just a little bit under that. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Let's see here. Is POTUS serious about mobilizing the military forces to vaccinate Americans? No, he's never said he's going to force or mobilize the military forces to vaccinate Americans. And if you actually heard him on the press conference the other day, he said, yeah, they're making a vaccine, but it's people's choice to take it. Daniel, I have 1,000 ounces of silver and 10 ounces of gold. Congratulations, my friend. Do you think that could possibly be enough to buy a house in the next 5 years? It possibly could, Daniel, depending on what happens. But until that happens, I'd still be stacking. Congratulations. You have more gold and silver than most of the world's population. Buy the black fat flag, sell for double. Buy gold American Eagle versus 75 per EV, sell for double. Buy monster box for free. I like it, Gold Addict. Let's do it. I'm stacking cash. Can't wait till precious metals premiums to drop. I'm with you, Silver Stiller. That's what I'm doing. Asian market about to open. I hope gold and silver doesn't go way up again. It might, but don't panic. Patience. You cannot panic in metals buying. You have to have patience. Have you bought the Boba Fett silver coin Star Wars yet? You know, I'm not really into the silver coins, guys, that are like the Spider-Man and stuff or the Star Wars stuff. If I got it at a good price, 100% I'd buy it. If it was a poured barn, it looked really cool, I'd buy it. But I just don't like the cheesy like stamps on a like a proof. I need to rewatch that Rose Garden speech with all the truckers honking in the background. That's funny. International Stacker might get some Saudi silver soon. Nice, Vanessa. Good job on the Saudi silver. Wow, good job. Let me know if that happens. Gold Addict put an alert on it for Ant Mix. That's awesome. Hey, if you like it, go for it. Ooh, Johnny Kilo Sam, planning on a 2 peso coin on Tuesday. Hope they go down. Awesome, Johnny. Is it 2 peso? Is it 2 peso or is it 2.5 peso gold coin? I feel like it might be 2.5. Rewatch Avatar: The Last Airbender on Netflix or nah? Up to you, Electric. Eel, if you've got nothing better to do. Do you collect coins, silver and gold, also for numismatic? No, Ran. I stack purely for weight. Now, I will buy numismatic coins if I get a good deal on them and I know I can flip them and sell them and then take that profit and buy more gold and silver. I'll do that. But I'm not uh I don't collect slabbed coins or anything unless I'm trying to sell them. It's a 2 peso, okay. Will you buy silver and gold toilet paper for 2020? I totally would, Mikey. In your experience, which country has been the best to pick up plenty of silver? I said this a bit earlier. That's a good question. It's been the United States. In England, there's premium on all their silver coins and all the stuff. They're 90 and 80 and 70%. I came to DC and bought it for spot price. You kidding me? The only place I bought stuff was like in the UAE and Saudi that would be hard to get here, and I actually got a good deal on it there. Other than that, you're gonna find most of the stuff for cheaper in the United States. Go to any of these LCSs, they're gonna sell the world 90% silver, but a lot of it's not 90%. But they'll sell you the world coins for spot price. That's my secret. I just told all of you, don't do it. It's all mine. My network in 6 years. Orange Man bad. F. Okay. Well, that's not very nice, Chank. United States for now. Pretty soon it will be expensive everywhere. Taxes. Yep, taxes for sure. For sure. But Chank, thank you for that $4.99 super chat. That's awesome. Hopefully, some of that 99 cents ends up being silver. Maybe I'll get lucky and get like a silver dime. OG Boyan's Hungary. You have 20. Oh, they're in Hungary. 27% VAT on silver. Sad story. That's extremely sad. Wow. I go to pawn shops because they don't check for errors in constitutional silver. Nice. Ben, what do you think of 20p emergency minted of only 240,000 going for 250? Emergency minted? I haven't seen that. Granted, I've been working nonstop for the last 7 days. Emergency minted? Huh. Would you ever consider buying scrap gold or silver from places like garage sales or refineries? If I could get it for cheap enough, yeah. Dart Stacker with the 5 spot. Thank you, my friend. Still up for an interview. And I apologize because I did agree to do an interview with you on your channel. And then all this happened and I completely forgot. Yes, 100%. Darth, send me an email and let's set it up. I'm not going to let you down. Let's set it up. I'm thinking probably the best time for me would be next Saturday or Sunday. Wow, we got 10A Australian, I think. Do you plan to buy any mining stocks, mate? Cheers for the reply. That is an interesting question, Daniel. If you all think about it, if we're expecting a run in gold and silver in the future, wouldn't it be wise to buy into some mining stocks? Because then you'd see those mining stocks increase exponentially. So I've been pondering this, Daniel, and I'm thinking about it, but I'm also expecting a massive economic downturn right now until the gold and silver real run happens. So I'd be hesitant right now because I'm not sure which of those companies are going to survive. But will I in the future look into the stocks and see if I can be smart and make a speculative play? Probably. But if I put any money into that market, I'm going to put that in knowing it's highly speculative and I can lose it. Gold Addict saying they're overvalued right now. I mean, they might be. We'll see what happens. No, do not buy mining stocks. You will get burned. $50, don't worry. If I do it, I'm going to do it thinking I'm probably going to get jacked up. But if you all know me, when I do things, I usually do a ton of research. And 9 times out of 10, I've been successful. So we'll see. Checking on the Saudi metal. It usually sells for around 100. Be getting it 1 ounce of 9. Nice, Vanessa. That's awesome. We canceled our cruise to Puerto Rico in June before the beer flu got to Maryland. Wise decision, Mikey. Yeah, Gold Addict, I am waiting for a pullback in that. But Daniel, thank you for the 10 Aussie. That's the first Australian dollars I've ever gotten. Hope it works for you. I'm starting to think it's the real Chink. That's funny. Huh, interesting. You guys, my voice is getting hoarse. I have not live streamed for a while, and we're at 60 minutes. Wow. Okay. I'm going to make myself a new drink, and we have a decision to be made. Here's the decision. For old time's sake, while I make my drink, do you all want to go in the freezer? Press 6 if you want to go in the freezer. Let's see. Let's see what people say. Okay, we got 1 6. Okay. For old time's sakes, while I make this drink, you're all going in. I'll just warn you now, you have 5 seconds to put on your coats. Take a deep breath. I think it might be airtight. I'll see you all soon. Now, could you imagine if you've never been on my stream before, freezer, you'd be like, what the? You'd be like, what the on? All right, let's see what you all saying. Wow, that was nice. Icebox, people were freezing, brain freeze. Bullion Bob, my thoughts on flipping silver. Flipping silver and gold is one of my #1 strategies I use to buy more gold and silver. So I agree with it 1,000%. I hope it sticks to his cheek when it brings us out. It's cold in here, icebox. Okay. Remember when you were complaining about being stuck on number 666 before you hit 10K? I do. That was funny, Mikey. So the lights really do go out when the door shuts. Can we get an Uncle Sal slurp? Okay, this is shout out for Uncle Sal. Here we go. I mean, it's not as good as his, but I feel like it's pretty. I feel like that was a solid slurp. IS puts the lotion in the basket. He is the real chink. He'll prove it. Ask him about American genocide. I stack ice cubes. Nice. Ed saying, besides cooling the phone, are we trying to prove that the light goes out when the door closes? Yes, we were trying to prove that. I just want to see if you have any credit cards frozen in a block of ice. I saw that Cheapskates. That was a TLC, like, extreme Cheapskate show. Elaine, would you sell Mercury dimes and Barber dimes for fractional gold, or would it be a careless move? My opinion, hold on to your Mercury dimes and your Barber dimes if you got them at good prices. Save up some cash for that gold. That's what I would do. But I'm not a financial advisor. Who turned out the light? Okay, Vanessa's saying, random question, but since I watched one of his comedy specials, what do you think about Robin Williams? I think he was a funny guy, super famous actor, made a ton of very funny movies. Unfortunately, he had some issues and he didn't talk to people and get help for it, and ultimately it led to his demise, unfortunately. IS, what makes you think silver will go down? It's a feeling in my gut. And it's also looking at history, what happened in 2008, and then knowing that this is going to be one of the biggest economic crises of our lifetimes. Now, is it possible they can pull up a little bit and possibly get us out of it? I mean, anything's possible, but it's going to be extremely hard. But if it's not this in the near future, when it does happen, because it's happening, it's cyclical, it happens, it's impossible to avoid forever. It's going to be such an economic hit that people are going to have to sell all their gold and silver. People are going to have to sell stuff that's been in their families forever. You're going to see all kinds of stuff hit the market. So although this paper price might not, it will be lower, the bullion market will be crazy high as far as stores and stuff. But I think on the private market, you'll be able to get some good deals. That's my prediction. Also in 2008, you had a dip in the paper prices, but not the physical market. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. Teenage stacker. I'm just a teenage stacker, baby. Stacker. Oh, yes, you're not supposed to sing. Not supposed to sing. Sorry, guys. Forgot that. What should I be stacking more, gold or silver right now? And how can I convince my friends and family to buy gold? I can't convince them it's good. Teenage stacker. First off, find the series on YouTube called The Hidden Secrets of Money by Mike Maloney. I actually got my family to all sit down and watch the first few episodes, and I had to give away some silver to do it. Once they watched that, it really opened their eyes. But in the grand scheme of things, you don't want to tell your friends and family you're stacking person. I mean, maybe your family if it's like your parents and stuff. But that's something you want to keep private because if people find out, they might try to rob you or take advantage of you or something down the road. Or they might tell someone who ends up doing that. So in the grand scheme of things, send the videos to your family and friends to get them to try to watch it. But you can lead a horse to water and you cannot make it drink. Okay? So you just got to realize that, make the best decisions for you. Hopefully your close friends and family listen, but don't kill yourself over it. It's up to you to prepare. And what I did for my family before they stacked is I gave them all like an ounce of silver for each birthday and Christmas and stuff, right? I got every single member of my family to 10 ounces of silver, knowing that eventually something happened that would actually do a lot for them. Like if you looked in Venezuela, like an ounce of silver is buying like a month of groceries back a while back. So I did that and took the initiative myself to do that. But you can't force people. And either they're going to have their eyes opened or not. But if they don't open their eyes, you got to move on and warn the next people. Have you guys all seen that meme kind of? It shows Paul Revere and like a person with a sheep head. And it says, if you can't get the person to believe you, move on to the next one. You just got to move on. I mean, it sucks. Snow said that they hooked their kiddo on stacking. That's awesome. I'll be going to get a battlefield archaeology degree for college. That sounds a lot of fun, Mikey. The dollar's too strong. The dollar is going to be strong until it's not. And it's the most stable currency, and that's why it's strong. And a strong dollar is not always a good thing. We'll see what happens. It could be that bad, but the government will just give checks out like Oprah. Yeah, it's called helicopter money, Gold Addict. And the more money they give out, the more it's worth nothing, the more inflation goes up, and that just precipitates the problem. Let's see. Half dollar. My J-Step 4 impression? No. No. It's like sourcing silver locally been terrible lately. I'm on the phone. Wait. Am I the only one who collects PM, sadly? No, we all collect PM. Oh, you are the only one. I get you. Telling my brother about this, like talking to a brick wall. That's the same. A lot of people get that, guys, so don't feel bad, guys and gals. Only if my Armenian princess, Benjamin, Dusty Rhodes, deflation first, then inflation. Yeah, we might deflate first. You never know. I only tell people if they know where I live. When the show shine. My dad got 6 gold Krugerrands a few months back. Awesome, Gold Addict. Most of my family think I'm nuts for stacking silver and gold. Aleem says that. Aleem, get him to watch The Hidden Secrets of Money. Silver Stiller saying, winning an image, just got home. Have to go. See you, Silver Stiller. Stay strong. Okay. Silver, gold, back, 18 Morgan, 63, $50. With great luster. That's funny, Mikey. Teenage saying, I will. And yeah, I've only told my parents because they didn't want to let me buy silver and gold. I have 100 ounces of silver, 2.5 of gold. Let me tell you, Teenage, that's amazing. And you have more than probably 99% of the world. So great job. Keep it going. Um, One thing that might win your parents over is being like, well, if it was something so fringe, then how come they have gold and silver IRAs for retirement? You know, that's something you could use. That's mainstream. People respect mainstream stuff. Vanessa, I got one of my friends into stacking recently. I'm going to get him a 5 gram gold bar scene. That is awesome. Swiss franc is most stable. Yeah, Swiss franc is really stable, and that was a problem for them for a while because they could not import anything. Or I'm sorry, they could not export anything, is what I meant to say. I'm convinced my dad to stack for his 401k. Stack after his 401k lost 50%. That sucks. He had to learn that lesson, but yeah, Brass, a lot of people have had that realization, I guess. Inflation doesn't go up when people are saving and none is spending. Benjamin, my friend, everyone is spending money. Are you kidding me? Did you see all the sills? They're like the exact amount of the stimulus. People are blowing through money. Wise people are saving, but most people aren't wise, unfortunately. What are you drinking? A nice ginger ale. Live in the freezer. How was that petrodollar when oil went negative 37? Yeah, there you go, Joseph. Good point there. Been waiting 2 months for some 10-ounce Scottsdale stacker bars from Scottsdale Mint. Sent an email out today. Gold Addict. I know that they started making silver for the country and for some other countries. They will honor the order. Scottsdale's totally legit company. You might just have to wait a little bit. But if you got it for 160, I would wait. Mikey's saying, I started stacking in 2014. Now I can't count the ounce of silver because I buy a lot of silver. Most of it is silver's 90. So it's easy to count, Mikey. Mikey, how many dollars worth of 90% do you have? Like, just tell me the dollar's face. Levi's saying silver and gold will be better than the dollar in the next 5 to 10 years. 100%, Levi. I'm sure of that. Low oil prices is good. Well, it's good for some things and not for other. 140 ounce. Okay, Mikey. Now all you have to do is on a calculator do 350 times 0.715, and that's how many troy ounces of silver it is roughly. That's the market amount they do, and it takes into account, I think it's 4% wear. Been over a month since my payment cleared the Scottsdale Mint. Still processing. Hey, at least it's still processing. When will new 2020 SCs make it to the market? Not sure. Soon, probably. They'll start producing more. Or them. Gold. If silver goes negative like oil, what would that mean? The Comex would collapse? The Comex would super collapse. I found some American Silver Eagles on Facebook, 99 a piece. That is a total scam, and they're probably fake Chinese stuff. If it's too good to be true, it probably is. $9.99, totally fake. Provident had sweet gold deal last week. Yeah, I heard about that. Provident used to be my number one place, guys. It was my favorite, and then they started charging sales tax in California. That sucked, so I stopped buying. Jared has a question. I think I might call the stream a day, but let's see what the question is. I asked a question, is it worth to buy gold and silver online? What's your advice? Yeah, I buy gold and silver all the time online. If you buy it from like Provident Metals, Bold, Atmex, JM Bullion, they're 100% safe. You don't have to worry about it. If you buy it on eBay or Facebook, something like that, it is more sketchy. There are ways to test for it, but the reason I do it is because I have a Sigma Metalytics Pro verifier, but you can do the ping test, magnet test, but you really need a verifier if you want to be really sure. So the safe way to buy gold and silver is online bullion companies, unless you have a way to test. Can you get better deals from private seller? Yeah, but if you buy one fake gold coin or a couple fake silver coins, you've just messed up. You would have saved more money just buying it for more expensive from an online bullion dealer, so be careful. You do it because you're addicted to silver and gold? Maybe. It's a good addiction. Chris Clinton said, sand is good. Can you examine us on a ping? How do you check? I don't have any coins. Let me get some coins and I'll show you how to do it. Oh, 1 second here. Back up here. Now, it's harder with these smaller coins. But what you do is you have a silver coin and a coin you think is silver. These are both not silver. But you just simply bounce it on your finger and you hit it. Now, hear that? Totally the wrong tone. Hear that? Silver, when you hit it, it's a really nice pronounced ping. And it's long. It really resonates a long time. But even the ping test is not 100%. But if you watch, I have some YouTube videos on it. And there's other videos that do it too. So that's how you do it. It's really easy. Just do some research on it. Anyways, guys. 95 people. Almost 130 likes. We got 129 likes. I think I'm going to call it. My throat is getting sore. This is the longest live stream I've done in a while with my brand new camera. Hope you like it. We got the Ricola. What is the minimum percentage that should... Ran, it works for 90% on up. I've used it for 90% on up. But the most accurate is going to be pure silver. Kick up my feet. I might just... I got to relax, guys. I got to relax. Anyways, thank you for joining me. Thank you, everyone, for the super chats. Oh, man, can I remember who it was? My friend from Australia was one. Darth was one. Send me an email to Darth. Think Brass Junkie was one. Highlander was one. If I missed you or forgot you, I'm sorry. But thank you to all you guys for coming along with me on my journey because you make it fun. Sorry I'm not answering any more of these questions. I got to get back and relax. But thank you so much, and we'll say CYOTNO. Catch you on the next one. Woohoo! Make 'em, 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 make 'em.